Hi everyone, I'm here today to explain Cambridge IGCSE ICT 2017 May-June paper 2-1 database part. In this part of the question paper they said you are now going to prepare some reports for the company. Make sure all currency value display a currency symbol and are to 2 decimal places. So you need to open and examine J217 study students and J21 rooms.csv file. You need to open them and just check what does they have, and then using a suitable database package import this file. So I'm going to import this file. Before that I'm going to open both the files, nationalities. So sorry, that is students and then rooms. So this one has roll number, first name, last name, but in the format of date, month and year, then gender, payment method, course, week, and one field is paid, it means yes, no, fine, and rooms. So this is what I have examined here. Everything is alright. Yeah, just close this one and create a database here, and we'll start importing a file called J217 students. So blank database, I'm going to name it P21 2017, and we'll go to desktop, to your folder, and we'll just save it over there and click on create. So database is created, and now next step is click on external data, text file, then click on browse, because J217 students.csv, it is a CSV file, so it's a text file, that's why I clicked here on text file. Now click on open and OK. First step is to click on next. Second step to click on first row contains field name checkbox, and then next. Click on advanced now to check the file name with the data type. As I said earlier, when I was examining the file, the birthday was written in the date, month, year format. So first of all change this one to DMY. And next is all of them is checked except the last one is boolean logical. This one paid is yes, no, so log integer, and date and time with birthday. The rest is okay. Just click on OK, next, and then choose your primary key, and your primary key is here roll number. Next, finish, and then just click on close. Imported data, right click and open. Let's see how it look like. So this is how your data look like. So what you need to do is here it should be displayed in the form of yes and no, and date, month, year format is DG, MM and YYY. Right click, design view, first click on paid and change the format to yes, no, then on date and time and change the format to DG, MM, YY, Y and Y. That's it. Save and view. So now this is how it will look like. Done. And next step is you need to take a screenshot showing the field names and data type. So close this one, right click, design view, print screen, and then just go to your evidence document, evidence 3. Now format, crop to remove unnecessary part of the picture here, just like that, and then you increase the size of the picture. Yeah, so the field name and data types are clearly visible here. Now next step is that you have to move towards set criteria which will only allow the letter M or F to be entered in the gender format. So you just need to apply a validation rule. Click on gender here, and then here is the option called validation rule. So just type here M or F. So you have restricted the user to choose either M or F, M for male and F for female, and then take screenshot evidence showing the limited data entry for gender field. So when you have written this one, so you can just get a copy from here for this field, print screen, and go to your evidence document here and just paste this one as your evidence. For now, crop it again. So crop it till this point, so the validation rule and the field name is clearly visible here. That's done. Excellent. Next step is to add this row now. You need to add this data into your database and into your table. So we'll move to the table on save here and view. Next, and then we will enter the data SS0072 and then Ella and then Leonard, and then the date is 27/2/1968, and that is female, and then SAC2 and check, and then history of art 5 and yes. Now save the record and close the table. Now you need to import one more file, j217rooms.csv, as a new table. So external data, text file, rooms. First step to click on next. Second step, first row contains field name. Next, now check the data types. If any data type, that is accurate. Choose your primary key, and accommodation code is your primary key. Finish. Close. Now right click and design view, or you just click on normal view. So weekly cost and extra night, that must be displayed as currency. So design view, click here, it must be displayed as currency with 2 decimal places. This one as well, currency with 2 decimal places. Save and view. This is how it will look like. Close the table and start to create a relationship between accommodation code and accommodation code in both the table. Database tools, relationship, use both the table, add them, and accommodation code with accommodation code. Enforce referential integrity, create. So a one-to-many relationship is created. Print screen, save and close. Why print screen? Because in the next step they said you need to have a print screen of your document to show the data type of relationship. So format and just remove the unnecessary part of the picture. So this is how it will look like. Next step, step number 26. Here they ask you to, using the student table, you need to produce a report. So click on student table, create. Before report you need to create a query, because you need to look for some specific records into your report. So we'll click on query, click on OK, select all the fields, next, modify, and I'm going to name it step number 26. Finish. Now what we are looking for, course contains word art. Whenever they use the word contain, it means you need to type here star, then art, and then star. Wildcard you have to use. And weeks is 3 or more. So weeks greater than or equal to 3, and then the paid is yes. Yes, just click on save and run. So these are the records they actually need. Now you have to show only the following fields. So now you have to close this one and start creating report by clicking on the query, create report, and choose the fields accordingly. Roll number, course, weeks, then first name, last name, and then birth date and paid. That's all in the same order, and then sort the data into descending order of week. Descending order of week and ascending order of course. Ascending order of week and descending order of course. So just click on next, and then you have to choose from here the orientation to portrait, next, and has a title as well. So title, I am going to copy this one and I will include this one here, my title. Finish. So this is how your report will look like. Need some arrangements, so layout view, and adjust the width of the field so the data and the labels are clearly visible, just like that. Increase this one because there is some data still hidden here, so you just need to fix that all first. So all your data is clearly visible now. Roll numbers is already here, then first name, then last name. Going to adjust this, then the birth date, and then paid. Yes, and then last one is paid in the yes no format. And here we have skipped this step before because we straight away given the heading. Here they said calculate the total number of courses in the selection position under the course column. So click on the course column here, and then here we have an option total, otherwise right click total and count the records. And you count the records, then has a label total enrollments to the left of the number. So go to your column here, then click here, right click, set a caption, and I'm going to enter the caption here. We'll move this one towards the left, just like that. And this one I'm going to make it smaller. Yeah, that's all. Done. And next step is to have your name center number on the report. So design view, and we will include our name, center number, and candidate number. Sorry, we need to go to design view first, and then we'll get from design a label, and we'll just include it here. Name, center number, and candidate number. And this one count, you just change this one to course and just close it. So save and view. So your data is fully visible with the permission. So print preview now. Here report is ready to be printed. And next step is here they said place in your evidence document showing the formula used to calculate course. So right click, design view, this formula is required, print screen, and just paste it as your evidence and then crop it just to show the formula only. Yes, just make this one bigger, just like that. And next step is to produce one more report using both the tables. So whenever they say like this, straight away go and create a query first. So create query, then click on OK, choose all the data from students table and all the fields from rooms table as well, then next, and then just click on next, modify and name your query, that is your step number 27. So you differentiate between two. Here they said we want accommodation in Mooresworth Lodge accommodation. So we'll go to accommodation, this is what we need, and then the room type is standard or ensuite. So room type, and then we want paid no. So paid is no. Run, this is what we got. And next step is contain a new field called room cost, which is calculated at runtime and displayed as currency. This field will calculate the weeks multiply weekly cost. So we will go to design view, we'll move to the end, click here, and I always choose builder here because it's very easy. Week, then star, multiply with weekly cost. So click on OK, and then here you can put this label room cost. Just like that, save and run and move to the end. The cost is calculated, but that must be currency and decimal places too. So I'm going to format it as currency with 2 decimal places. Save and run. So this is how it will look like. Now this is done, and next step is to create a report now. So close this query and click on the query, create a report, and the sequence is first name, last name, then weekly cost, course week, course weeks, and then accommodation, room type and room cost, next, and then we put them into ascending order of last name. Next, and we should orientate this one as landscape. Next, and we'll have a title at the top, outstanding rooms fee. Just like that, finish. That's how your report look like. Now again modification is required, so design view, and then just move this one towards right, this one as well, so you can fix the data with the labels and course, and here is weeks. We'll adjust this one, and then accommodation adjustment is required, ensuite the room type and standard, then the room cost. Done. And next step is does not display a page number when printed. So we just go to design view and we'll click here page number and we'll delete this one, and then you should have your name center number at the top right of the report. So click on design, then get a label and just type your name here and your candidate number as well. Once you type this one, then just click on home, and then align it and just change the color of the text to black so it is visible. Done. And then you just need to print your report by clicking on print preview. So your report is ready to be printed. That's all. Next is here data in the gender field is encoded, displayed M or F for male and F for female. So in your own words, give 2 reasons for encoding data. Enter your answer in evidence document. So 2 reasons, definitely to reduce the data entry errors as well as data entry faster. So we'll just type here faster data entry, then reduces data entry errors, and also more efficient normalization. Efficient normalization. And then you can also mention that to make data less understandable or unreadable if data is intercepted. That's all. Understandable. That's done. And next step is the telephone number of each student will be added in a new field. Identify the most appropriate data type for this field in your own words. Give reason for your choices. Enter your answer evidence document. So evidence 8. So the reasons and the data type is always alphanumeric, or you can also call it text. There is reason because sometimes there are some additional characters like may contains additional characters such as oblique, dash, space, brackets, plus symbol. So that's the reason. And also retains leading zeros, and field would not be used for any calculations. That's all. Next step is a form has been created to enter data into students table. Evaluate in your own words the gender and payment type field on this form. So if you look at the gender and payment method, so gender is the option group here. and payment, they have just included a text box, but if they use some kind of control options, that will be much better, like drop down menus to have all the options. So what I'm going to do is, first for gender field, so you can say remove additional radio buttons and also missing labels. For example, prefer not to answer if someone don't want to answer, and also you can say that change of control type, for example a drop down list. That's all. Or you can also just say that easy method of data entry, because you just need to click one of the option. Now for payment type, what you are going to do is, you can say that no drop down list selection process, label font size or type, then more appropriate labels can be used, and dimensions of control too long for data, or you can say position of field. So that's all. Yeah. Yes, so that's all for this part of the question paper. Hope you have learned how to deal with database and its attributes and functions. So thanks for watching, and subscribe the channel for more videos and updates.